But we'll see.
They looked better than I've seen them before. The thing about this current Huns is like, I feel like they have a bunch of decent players who are in some better form. Like I think like Vessel and Cobra and like Zerolt, like those guys are all kind of holding their own right now. Nine has been better than I've seen him in a while, and Barthak is just, you know, doing the roles in the team as usual.
All right. Well, either way, we're in game, and we'll get to find out the answer to all of our questions this evening. Will TYLOO be able to turn their woeful day around, or will it continue? It was quite rough in particular for Attacker, so keep your eyes peeled on him as he tries to make this entry into B happen. It's going to be a smoke over the top towards a window, and TYLOO just tried and true. Little pop into B and see what they can make happen. Cabal all ready for 2 with the USP from that position. Feels a little bit illegal, but Attacker able to at least trade it back on down. Unfortunately, the rest of his team haven't really managed a whole lot at all. So, yeah, looks like it's going to be much of the same for TYLOO tonight.
Yeah, a little bait setup. Had the boost up on the site. Player drops smoke and tries to hide away in jail side, and then you get the rotation over from short. I think it was, whether that's like the short player or whether that's a player jumping up window. Ends up being a neat little crossfire. TYLOO just don't really get anything done. No plants, so they're going to take the single save round 2 here and look to buy up in the next. See already ATOX taking this one pretty seriously. We've got a lot of A1S investment. So they really want to ensure that this buy is going to have legs in it across multiple rounds, especially into the bonus. Because you can pilot a buy like this in round 3 pretty decently. Like you can have the MP9 play close ramp, pop him in and things like that. Or as the B anchor. Get a lot of value out of that. How's Attacker been looking in the games you've been watching?
Not fantastic, to be honest with you.
Is he like worse than the other guys significantly though?
Yeah, I would say so.
Oh shit! I just saw it. It's minus 25.
And then what am I supposed to say? You know, he's just done that. Like, what do you want? Are you going to get another one? No, he's not. Oh god. Yeah. No, I mean he definitely struggled today. I think he went like.
He went minus 25. He went 6 and 31 for the series.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it was terrible. It was terrible.
That's crazy. Holy. Like, unironically, he's got half of his kills from the last series already in this map. Man, he's gaming today.
He's definitely gaming. It's one of the games of all time. I don't know what to say about it. Anyway, we've got guns in hand for TYLOO. You know, not an awful start, I guess.
Yeah, quick mid smokes. Molly's messed up at A round. Little castle flash as well to set up these mid players who are going for a little bit of a ladder boost. Mid control being taken by TYLOO early on here, but a lot more committed to A. They're going to have like an active double lurk inside ramp and palace early on here. So those players could kind of walk out in the mid round and look for some picks. But TYLOO, only so much util to kind of get what they want to get done here, like in the mid round. So they need to be a little bit more choosy about what they want to be doing. Mosey's going to be the second mid player now, meeting up with Mercury. He's probably going to refresh the window smoke. So CTs may crunch mid once this pressure comes out in the mid round here.
Well, there's the smoke towards the bottom of Con, and one on short as well for ATOX. So they are going to have a little bit of a look here. Down in front of that Molotov is Dobu. Accuracy and Cabal having lost their life already. It does mean that Dobu's going to have to do some work, and he will. Gets himself a double. Meanwhile, that A hit in effect for TYLOO has already started to work out. MIQ caught in no man's land, and so he'll go down. And TYLOO are going to get themselves the first gun round of the map.
Yeah, unless Dobu comes up huge. These flanks can sometimes catch a player or two off guard. But TYLOO have got a pretty solid looking setup here.
Yeah, I don't think Dobu's going to get much done. He might get one, but he'll be lucky to get more than that. Timing's nice on G. Don't think he spotted Jam Young, however. So that'll probably be his undoing, and he's obviously making quite a bit of noise. So easy kill in the end there for Mr. Young.
I mean, that round's about as standard gets, really. You start off with like a 2-2-1, something like that, and then the B-Apps Lurker turns into the underpass. Lurker, you get the players rotating back around towards A main, and then you just get a little bit of an A split going. I think it was Zesta trying to anchor A with only an MP9. It was not really much he could do. Getting crunched on out A like that. They got a lot of value out of the mid players as well, despite the fact that ATOX really quite heavily crunched mid in the mid round. Had like the double smokes on Con and Catwalk, and they were kind of fighting mid together. So you could see very much like they're playing around the T-side pacing and timing that TYLOO's going for that ace split. It's a very common kind of little timing to default for 45 seconds or more, and then you just around 50 seconds gonna kick off your mid round. ATOX is very much looking to disrupt that and couldn't quite make it happen.
Got a pause on.
Yeah, I was doing the cartoon shooter the other night where there is Mongolian teams playing against like the Southeast Asians, and I was explaining like Mongolian teams are synonymous with tech pause.
Yeah,
and we had so many in that broadcast, like
especially in the
Mongolians
games
playing
against
on
Southeast
Singapore.
Asia.
Yeah, Singapore server is not ideal. Actually, a lot of these Mongolian orgs have teams in cartoon shooter, like IHC, Mongols. Who else? There's a few of them right now. Chinggis Warriors as well. Chinggis Warriors.
Really, I didn't know that.
Yeah. There's like 3 or 4 of the orgs that have CS teams have cartoon shooter teams as well.
There you go. That's something.
Yeah,
Getting a bit of movement happening in the Mongolian esports scene.
Yeah, legit. I mean, they have a regional tournament as well, like an additional regional tournament that's happening during the main season, which is like not very common at all in that game. Mongolia just like they just run shit, you know. They just like put tournaments on, you know.
Yeah. I think the government has a little bit of involvement in some of those, right?
That's
They
so
put money
weird
towards
to me,
it,
isn't it? Like, how long ago was it when like people were saying like for the Mongolian teams, like, oh, you can't even play in a net cafe because you're not allowed to.
Don't you remember that back in the day when Tiger was a team? Remember when they had a house that they were living in?
Yeah.
And there was like some government officials came and visited them while they were like playing a game. It was like an IEM, one of them like COVID IEMs. It might have been the IEM. What was the? Was it Beijing? I think it was IEM Beijing, the one which D13 did really well in, but Tiger was playing, I think, as well.
IEM Cologne, Asia, all of that.
Yeah. Anyway, I think that.
Wait, why did the government officials come though? Like just to check it out, or to get him in trouble?
No, I think to check it out, like just to like be like, oh hey, we're down with the Zoomers. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, hell yeah. You ever get like Kevin Rudd rocking up to the boot camp?
Yeah, exactly.
Checking out what's going on.
Hey guys, just here to see what's up. Yeah, why not?
Well, we've lost the Mongolian guys, which is pretty much par for the course. In these kind of situations.
Yeah. Not sure what to say at this point.
Love Counter-Strike. Great game.
Let's go. I love it more when it's happening.
Yeah, that's true.
Attacker's really locked in on this instant window smoke, isn't he? You can see he's lining it up.
Yeah. He's trying to act like he's not trapped in 2015.
Let's see if he's going to hit it.
Oh, he'll hit it.
Here you go. Jam Young tossing the smoke over.
All right. Let's see. See if the old man's still got learned some new tricks here.
Looks good.
Oh, beautiful.
Looks good.
Yo, shout out Meta. They're pumping right now. Mongolian streams always pumping, man.
How much have they got?
They're like 2.5K on this game.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad.
Solid.
I mean, it is a bit of an El Clasico, you know, Mongolia versus TYLOO.
Yep. ATOX
just
very much playing A contact here, and it might work out for them. But TYLOO with a little bit of mid pressure. Just doing some exploration, some expeditioning inside a middle, trying to keep these rotations honest. Yeah, they double mollying. Did he just juggle the molly to Mosey? Flash into window. This is a very nice util from TYLOO. A good little mid work from them.
Not gonna matter if accuracy just shoots him in the head. MIQ though, gonna go down in jungle. Oh, Zesta, that's a crispy shot. 5-7s here for Cabal as well. Not gonna come into play. It's Zesta that has to do the majority of that work. 2-on-2 now. But ATOX have got both of their members over toward A, which is where they need to be, at least in the immediate future. G having to think about exiting. But given that Jamyang's pretty committed, I imagine this will end up being an A hit. And accuracy going to be gathering that information, which is a little unfortunate for ATOX because Zesta's position is known and Jamyang makes short work of that. So 2 on the trot for TYLOO will be enough to break the CT economy.
Yeah, the vibe I'm getting from TYLOO is like they're just going to run this game plan, and even if ATOX is like hard playing around it like we just saw and 3 stacking A from the start of the round and just leaving B completely open, they're still just going to walk into the stack and kill him anyway. And that is pretty much vintage TYLOO, really. Like, they're just going to hit the site regardless of what happens. Quick mid smokes. It's gotten more and more popular, this kind of approach. ATOX has got a cheeky little cat stack, though.
G, nice double from him. Actually gets himself 3, but he is losing a couple of teammates in the meanwhile, so some damage done by ATOX, but nothing too exciting.
Attacker with more kills than in the series he just played. The whole 2 maps. True.
Yeah, what's happened? TYLOO, completely different team, huh?
Yeah. Rolling back the years. He was just sandbagging. So the ATOX would underestimate him. Into this first gun round though. Same kind of looking default for TYLOO. They're going to lean a little bit more heavily towards mid and B though this time around. Dobu's chucking a little bit of a light contest there with some support from the boys. A little bit of a 1-3-1 from ATOX. Just waiting out the initial smokes invested by TYLOO. G's got the AWP out now. And he's probably going to look for a pick out Pal in towards jungle side once that second wave of mid pressure comes in. So again, it's just the same thing over and over again from TYLOO, just on slightly different timings with a slightly different approach. And ATOX, you can see they're well aware of that. Like, they have got deep B control. They know that this is likely going to be mid pressure into an A ending, and they are stacked for it, but can they hold it?
Oh, Mosey. Nice little entry there onto MIQ. He's going to look for accuracy as well. Won't quite get that one, but Dobu's dropped 2. So it's starting to fall apart a little bit for ATOX. Maybe not just a little bit, maybe a lot. Accuracy and Cabal. I'm going to think about it now, especially with Cabal having found that double. Does go down for his troubles. I'm not sure he's done enough to get accuracy back into this round. 2v1 against Mercury and G. Not going to be easy. G has crossed into CT, up on a ticket. Easy kill for him. TYLOO, they're looking like a completely different team to the team that I watched earlier.
Which is classic for them, really.
Which is, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, they might just put more importance on this qualifier than the other one at the end of the day.
Maybe. Maybe possible.
Different approach from TYLOO this time. It's going to be the same mid smokes, making it look like that default, but then pop out A. Just kind of slow contacting their way out with the right side smokes. Oh no, it's a full exi. Okay, it's a bit different.
Well, looks like it's going to work out pretty comfortably in the end as well. ATOX had the numbers there, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Accuracy up on the stairs. Going to be obscured by the smoke, and so easy plan for TYLOO. Decent post plan setup. not really much to write home about for ATOX. Mercury really struggling to grab that pistol.
Yeah, E button still doesn't work in 2025. All good, we'll fix it one day. Accuracy just wants one exit, if you can get it. But yeah, ATOX are having some serious issues, Jordan. Like, you can see they know exactly what TYLOO's going to do. They just don't really know what the timing of it is, and they're not able to defend it. Like, they've got multiple players in connector. They're leaning much more heavily towards A. They're either playing fully retake B, or they're taking all of apps and rotating off, and they still can't hold this A split.
Yeah, another gun round, though.
TYLOO's the kind of team that I reckon will just keep doing it until it stops working.
Wouldn't be too surprised. This could be a bit of a difference maker, though. MIQ with the AWP in hand. I've been keeping my eyes on him since the start of the year, and I think he's probably, for me, been the standout on the ATOX roster.
A little more B pressure this time from Mosey's, like, throwing a smoke into apps. Sprayed a little bit before going unders, but it is very much looking like the same kind of round out of TYLOO. And as I said before, once again, ATOX much more heavily skewed towards holding mid. They're just playing full retake B yet again. I mean, Mosey, that's the second time he's just walked into mid and entered them when they know he's coming.
Oh, you just can't be losing these kinds of aim duels every round, at least. You know, you can lose it once or twice, but every round right now for ATOX, it doesn't seem like they're even putting up much of a fight in the initial exchanges. Like, that's just a bit too easy for TYLOO.
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot of nuance there. They've walked through a smoke in connector, they've walked out Palace, and they've won the round.
Yeah. They're just feeling out some of these individual timings. Outplaying ATOX on an individual basis, like, the macro is the same every round. Like, it's Groundhog Day. It's A split into, you know, A lean from the CTs. So ATOX, like, positionally, they're in some of the right positions, but they're just not, execution-wise, doing well enough. I think maybe they seem to have a good handle on, like, what the timing is going to be up mid every time. Like, they need to swap things up a little bit more. We need to get an AWP going in mid. Need to get, like, a bricks boost, maybe like a con pop flash or something, or like a pop flash from the ticket or triple player over mid, and we get like a HE nade inside window. Like, we need a bit more, like, spark to this mid aggression, because right now ATOX is just they're kind of just standing in the right positions, but they're like dead inside. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, I'm holding this angle, but I'm just getting like peeked by some like cracked Chinese aimer and outplayed. Like, we need something a little better from ATOX, guys. Come on, like, we're one of the top teams in Asia. Let's get an actual set play going. Let's, like, not just stand there and throw like a disruption smoke on catwalk and like a smoke bottom con and think that's going to be good enough, you know? Like, it's 2025, guys. Let's go.
Yeah, I don't know if maybe there's like some kind of ping issue. Yeah, I mean, 130 for Dobu there, 60 for Cabal as well. As obviously he's having some kind of difficulty. You can see the rest of the Mongolians around 20. To my knowledge, from some people posting in my chat earlier today, they were saying that ATOX is actually playing in Southeast Asia somewhere. I don't know if I got confirmation that it was Vietnam or Thailand, but it's usually somewhere like that when they're boot camping. And given the fact that there's a couple of qualifiers happening over this week, it makes sense that ATOX might have, made that investment. So it's a bit weird that, you've got a couple of players there that are having like ping difficulties if they're all playing from the same location. I'm assuming that they're actually boot camping, which is the news that I've got. So that's a little bit weird for ATOX, but yeah, I mean, I guess it's less than ideal, obviously. So we'll have to wait for that to settle down before we get underway. But even then, in saying that, it's like, okay, one player's got 120 ping. That's not great, but does that excuse the 2-6 loss? Does that excuse the fact that, TYLOO's kind of just walking all over the map and kind of rolling you on an individual basis at the moment? Probably not.
Nah. You can't be getting bopped by attacker in 2025. Like, come on. Although he's not, I don't even think he would be that old, to be honest. Like, he was pretty young when he was
I think he's like 28 or something.
Yeah. Oh, it shows prize money on HLTV now. Hello.
Yeah, that's a new addition.
Interesting.
I don't know how accurate that would necessarily be.
Hey, based on some of the China oil contracts I've seen, might not be accurate at all.
Yeah.
That's coming from someone that
I
played
mean,
in China.
how much does it say Attacker's got?
200k.
Yeah.
How much have you won, Jordan? Who are you to criticize my goat?
I don't think I've won anything on esports. I have to work for my money.
Yuck.
Yeah. Anyway, looks like we're ready to go back into game. Scoreline 6-2. It's been pretty easy going so far for TYLOO, somewhat surprisingly.
They're gonna aggress A ramp this time. That's gonna be the change up. TYLOO with less of a lean towards A, so it is just Jamyoung on his own over here. And after seeing that A aggression, that tells you a lot about the CT rotations. They're really trying to go for him here.
Well, he's under pressure now. He doesn't really have an escape. If they want to swing him, they get the fight, but they don't. They don't decide to.
Mosey's
Potentially
done.
as a result of the loss on the other side of the map.
Yeah, I mean, he's gotten much more active on the lurk this time. He's very much reading that ATOX is leaning much more heavily towards middle and A, and he's gone for a little bit of a B lurk. You saw him condition that earlier by throwing the progression smoke inside of B apartments earlier, and now he's been able to reap the reward of creating that opening with the similar kind of timing, but actually lurking through instead of going underpass this time.
Well, once again, we're going to go back to A, which has been so successful for TYLOO. This instance, though, Zesta's playing a little forward. He's going to cop a huge flash in the face, gets a smoke in, but it's not really going to dissuade TYLOO from pushing forward. Still, he does well to win his 1v1. And that has slowed things down a little bit. Mercury now needs to win this duel and will be crispy with the aim. But has to cross the site now, and Dobu in sandwich, causing problems for Jamyoung, not to mention the fact that there's another couple of players here as well, but Mercury and G will combine and make it look easy in the end for TYLOO. 7-2.
I mean, again, ATOX is just... They've stacked the right part of the map in the mid to late round. They are very well aware that TYLOO is just going for A endings every single round, but they're just not able to stop it. And if you can't out-aim TYLOO, then, you know, it's kind of GG. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter what ATOX is doing. Macro-wise, rotation-wise, they're in decent positions. But if they can't improve their execution and start winning some aim duels, then this game's over. Simple as that.
I mean, this map at the very least, I think it's fair to say, but I don't know. I still have to kind of wait and see how things look on Inferno, because ATOX are actually quite a good Inferno team. They have a very, very good record on it in the last few months, so this could just be a little bit of a lack of familiarity or perhaps comfort. Probably familiarity is not the right word there, but comfort certainly for ATOX maybe on Mirage. I think once we get onto Inferno, you're going to see a much better looking ATOX, but I wonder if too much damage will have been done by that stage. That'll be the biggest concern for me. Anyway, TYLOO trying to make their way up short, and it looks like accuracy almost single-handedly wins that round, but won't be able to. And the rest of the TYLOO members are on their bike through the T-spawn, so miles away from where anything can happen. It'll be another round for TYLOO.
Love to see it. Keeping the momentum going. After getting absolutely trounced on this map by Rare Atom like 5 minutes ago. Now they're doing this. Makes total sense. Cue the conspiracy theory music.
What is it, X-Files?
X-Files? Yeah.
X-Files music?
I never watched it. Is it good?
Oh, you should. It's alright.
I was gonna watch this like OJ Simpson doco, the new Netflix one on the plane, but I didn't. I just played Slay the Spire for 10 hours straight.
Is that a game?
Yeah, it's like a deck building game.
Your forte.
Yeah, I got a big deck.
Mm-hmm. Standard from you, really?
Yeah. Look. 1-3-1 for ATOX. They are looking to isolate picks in middle, but there's no T's there for them to find. You can see them actively using a lot of util in the mid round here. They've got a pretty significant util disadvantage against TYLOO, who have played this round a lot slower. And, alright, this is going to be shocking to everyone who's been watching this game so far, but TYLOO is going to do some light mid pressure and walk out A in the late round again. And I know that's crazy.
Yep. See what Mosey's timing is going to look like through underpass.
We're executing this time. Different variation.
Mosey's on his way. Zesta going to drop himself a smoke preemptively almost as that Molotov starts to come through. Now, he's been decent from under balcony. This is going to be enough to hold this site. TYLOO have generally found a way on this A site. G's got himself the double to equalize the numbers. Mosey was dealt with, but you've still got 3 more TYLOO members to crack open, and unfortunately, the only thing that's been cracked open is ATOX's CT side, as TYLOO will now go to 9 on the T side of Mirage, and they're going to look for double digits in the first half.
Yeah, G is kind of frying right now. Dude's just running around doing whatever he wants with the AWP. And ATOX just cannot hold it. I'd love to say there's like a little bit more nuance to the game. To be fair, there hasn't been that many great adaptations from ATOX. The main anti-strat that you've seen from them so far is just try to double walk into ramp and kill Jamyoung on the lurk. But outside of that, I haven't really seen anything too much. Accuracy. Good shot from him. Finally, the opening kill that ATOX have been looking for. But can they convert the 5-on-4? They're still very heavily stacked in mid, expecting more players from TYLOO.
This could be a little bit of a mishap from ATOX if they try to continue to contest in towards middle. G really waiting. He really wants to bring that numbers disadvantage back. But sooner or later, TYLOO's going to have to get a wriggle on. Mercury's going to have to get that smoke down. He's just going to creep his way forward with the smoke in hand. It's very bold. Here comes the push from ATOX. G, that's what he's been waiting for, but MIQ will beat him to the punch. And even though the 2 riflers can actually contribute, it still ends up being a 2-on-2. Decent trades from TYLOO, but now Jamyoung has to get a wriggle on. He's got the bomb in hand, making his way towards B, and Mosey, if he doesn't get this kill onto Cabal, the round will be over.
20 seconds. Oh, Fanga with the MP9. You got the rotation in from Zesta as well. Man's got a molly to spare.
Oh, that's going to go too deep. Cabal, he's going to get Mosey, and Jamyoung being low on HP surely can't get this one done. 9 seconds left to get that plant. Zesta, of course, here, and that will be a third for ATOX. So they do keep themselves alive with 1 more towards the back end of the half.
Wow. We're on camera this time.
Well,
half.
I tell you what. It was a half. I don't know if it was great necessarily. I think ATOX could look at that and maybe feel a little bit aggrieved by how things have played out.
Yeah, I mean, they had some net issues, to be fair, so it was a tough time for them to win some of those duels, I think, as a result of that. And TYLOO's looking really, really hot in this game, so they're quite a tough team to stop. But like I said, I just felt like wasn't enough little adaptations or plays that they were making in the mid-round to try to play around what TYLOO was doing, even though it kind of got the sense that they knew what was happening.
Yeah, indeed. Well, I think we've got a break ready to go, so we'll take a quick one and then come back for that second half. things a little bit interesting until he is eventually brought to heel by Mercury. And now it's all on Cabal, who unfortunately only has himself a Tech 9 and bombs out in potentially the worst position it possibly could be.
I like the
so this is going to be a real tough one.
Like, this could work. Going all the way around the world. Mosey's the high HP player. If he can catch him off guard and take him out, then only 7 HP on Mercury. Very doable. You can see Mosey can tell something's up, though.
Yeah, he's thinking about it for sure. But definitely time for Cabal to work with still. And if Mercury now doesn't turn around, he is going to be a bit of a freebie. He's only got 7 HP, and he's definitely been heard by Cabal. So that'll be dealt with effectively enough, and it will be a rifle for Cabal. But Mosey now knows his position and knows he just has to cover the bomb. He's now been spotted! Oh, Cabal's won it. Mosey just a little bit too far out on that angle. Couldn't swing back into jungle. Had to take the fight. And ATOX will survive by the skin of their teeth.
That's just good movement from Cabal at the end of the day. Just doing a little bit of a jump spot over the top of triple, trying to find where the CT is, trying to check firebox and some of these other positions. Ends up spotting him on a jungle side. Little fortunate to win that clutch, has to be said. Both teams very resettable now, so it's actually a chance for ATOX to get back in the game if they can win this round realistically and get themselves rolling on T side. I don't know if it's going to be enough to win. This is what I wanted to see from ATOX on their CT side. TYLOO aggressing into middle off the back of flashes. Mercury just getting active, but Dobu is punishing everybody with the Glil.
Yeah, it's 2 rounds in a row. He's just obliterated TYLOO with the Galil. It's crazy stuff. Keeping ATOX in the conversation for the moment. G has now given away his position, and Dobu takes another. How is he doing this? Jamyoung, ooh, he's spotted MIQ. But MIQ knows better. And we may still yet have a game on our hands, the way this is going.
Oh, for sure. Especially, TYLOO's very broke now. That's a 4K from Dobu. What a round. And those are the kind of rounds that Dobu's liable to have. Like, sometimes he would just explode in the server when you're not really expecting it. He was one of the players, I think, that was struggling with ping as well. So, hopefully that's subsided, because if he's just put a 4K together like that on 130 ping, I'm going to be very impressed. TYLOO are broke now. This gives ATOX a little bit of a runway back into the game. They can farm this anti-eco. It's going to be a little bit of an easier buy to get through in the next as well for ATOX. And then all of a sudden, it's a pretty winnable game. At the same time, though, can't be too optimistic. The way that TYLOO's playing, all of the individuals are on point today. So it's really not outside the realms of possibility that someone's going to come up with a play or two and just win them 2 rounds to close it out here on Mirage at some point.
That's true. It could even happen this round. You got 3 or 4 players in middle. USPs can still do damage. It is looking like it is being locked in okay by ATOX, but you know, G's got himself one, and Dobu might just go down here as well. Hang on, G, if he would have hit a headshot there onto MIQ, it could have been curtains, but it's been salvaged. Little messy, but it's okay.
Buyback from TYLOO. No AWP, and Jamyoung's gone down to MP9, so we'll see where he's going to be anchoring, whether it's B or like close A main. Try and put that MP9 to a bit more use. MIQ's got the AWP out on T side here. Looking for a pick towards the B side of the map. We'll see if Jamyoung does give it to him.
Nice melee timing from Jamyoung. Just going to keep them at bay over towards B for now. Attacker getting aggressive on A ramp.
Yeah. I mean, this is how I expect Attacker to play, right? No util, just rifle, armor, hold an angle, just like pushing CT side. Like, it's still literally 10 years ago.
Yep.
But that deep info line into ramp is allowing TYLOO to lean a little bit more heavily towards B this round. They've got Mosey at bricks. Mercury's jumping around inside a ladder right now. Here's the second wave of util from ATOX. They're trying to make it look like there's mid-pressure, courtesy of accuracy. He's just trying to keep TYLOO interested, keep the CT centralized. But TYLOO is not interested. They're just going to leave Mercury and Mosey to deal with mid and maybe crunch it in the late round. And they've still got a two-man setup on A, which is where ATOX is headed.
It's a nice late smoke over towards Ram.
It's a good lurk from accuracy, jeez.
Ooh, well, how good actually is it going to be in the end? G has spotted him out, and Attacker will finish him off. Now G for the swing onto the second player as well. Huge round from G and from Attacker, both of them picking up a couple of kills apiece. 20 seconds here for MIQ to try and salvage anything in the round. He's going to get aggressive shortly into CT. Molly down, provides him enough space to attempt to plant, but Mosey says no. And 12 for TYLOO. Just as it started to get going for ATOX, it has run into a brick wall.
Yeah, first gun round. Just too many sharp riflers. Attacker's done well there. Gets a lot of info inside of A-ramp for the majority of that round, and then he's just dancing around the default box. Winning multiple duels. ATOX is trying to sow some seeds of doubt with the mid-pressure there, and TYLOO just doesn't even react to it. They just trust their setup. Have, like I said, Mosey and Mercury able to crunch mid pretty easily. Two-man setup on A. Just trusting the power of the duos. Once again, it's the A main pressure coming in. Cabal caught completely off guard. He's going to hit the deck. ATOX with a man disadvantage facing that point here.
Yeah, down on numbers. Not ideal. Do get mid-control. And they get Mosey as well. Cessa's going to eat half his HP for his trouble. But this push-up short from Dobu, almost perfectly timed. Jamyoung now under a bit of pressure. He's going to pop himself a smoke down, get a flash out there as well, try to take some space back. He's only got the MP9, so he wants to play close here. But he knows he has to get information, and it looks like he's got the info that he needs, that he feels safe enough on B. He doesn't need to call anyone over.
Yeah, a lot of deep short pressure. ATOX take control of window. They want to try to turn this into an A split. Attacker's trying to tuck himself under balcony. Got a smoke to play with and a lot of supportive utility on G there. But one bad timing from the CTs here and this setup could fall apart.
G. He's been very solid with the rifle in hand. He's going to get another one perfectly timed peek onto Dobu just as he jumped. There was nothing Dobu could do. And I think we are seeing the final round of Mirage right in front of our eyes. It's Zester and MIQ who will try to save the day, and they are going to get themselves one, but that's going to give up the game. Great flash on a G, but no swing to come from it. He's just got to tuck and wait for his teammates to come across. This is still a potentially dangerous round for TYLOO. And that may be why. Mercury, easy kill. Jamyoung will lose G, and G loses his life. Okay, it's down to Jamyoung. He's got a Galil in hand. Only needs one bullet. MIQ dancing around the bomb plant, but he can't save it. And MIQ falling means that Jamyoung gets the defuse, and that is going to be a map one in the books. 13-6 for TYLOO, which it did feel like was a bit of an inevitability after that first half, Pilski. So no real surprises, and overall a much better looking TYLOO than what I was watching earlier today.
Yeah, for sure. They came into that game really, really hot to try all of the individual macro perspective. It was like, we're playing in these positions, we're throwing the meta util and the high percentage util that everyone throws, and then I'm just going to like find this timing on an individual basis. Like, I'm just going to walk up and get this kill. And I think like that is probably a recipe for success on this CT side as well, because if they're feeling themselves today, like, you know, on Inferno, it is one of those maps where if your riflers are playing confidently in the right position, like they're dominating banana or they're locking down the dig fight, anchoring pit really well, then you're probably going to have a pretty good day.
Well, I guess we'll see. As ATOX are going to kick things off here on that T side, as you mentioned. Just have the nade and the flash for TYLOO. Mercury here with the flash set up ready to go in banana. It's going to allow Mosey and Jamyoung to do the dirty work. Jamyoung here. They're really hoping this is going to be a B hit by the looks of it, TYLOO. They've put both pieces of util in that side of the map, and it looks like they're going to get their wish, but contact play almost works out. Does work out for ATOX. Jamyoung hasn't got his nade out just yet either. The flash only good for the one kill so far, and Jamyoung will fall it was, you would say, the perfect setup for TYLOO, but the execution just wasn't quite there. And now it's on to G. He will spot out Zesta, but won't get the kill. And Mercury has to do it solo on B, which he's not going to be able to do. You could see how that was supposed to work for TYLOO, but they just didn't get the opportunity really to do it.
Yeah, ATOX did throw a 3-on-2 pistol, though, literally at the end of that last map, so can't count TYLOO out here. Taka edging his way, clearing all the angles inside a con here. Both he and G have got a lot of ground to cover and a lot of potential different angles they could slip up on.
Attacker already eaten alive by Cabal with that P250. And that doesn't give much of an opportunity over here for G. He might happily take a kill or two on the way out here just to try and build that AWP fund up a little. And he does get 2, so that's nice, I guess.
I mean, if they single save, he can buy AWP into round 3 here, which is pretty huge. You don't get the opportunity to do that too often. Yeah, and it's not even necessarily something that you might want to be doing on Inferno, to be fair. Oh, he's just going to glass cannon then M4, and they're going to buy. All right, so buy round 2. That gets dropped to Jamyoung, who will buy himself some armor. Didn't really feel like there was a super strong buy call there, but it does come together at the end of the day.
Yeah, let's see what Jamyoung can get up to with that. He's going to go into Banana. We'll be a little bit late, but it wasn't a full send from ATOX anyway, so that's fine. Molly will start to dig him out. He's going to be deep. Yeah, he's just cooked. That's not worked out in the slightest for TYLOO.
Yeah, it felt very disorganized, even from whether they were going to buy or not.
Yeah.
Like, you need to have a strong plan. It can't be like, oh, I guess we'll buy another. Oh, Mosi, that was filthy. Not going to really make much of a difference about whether they win the round or not. Does ATOX even know that they bought an M4 there? Like, it's in the sandbag corner, but no one's upgraded the back 10. I don't even know if Jamyoung got a chance to fire a shot, so I don't know if they're going to recover
I don't think he did. I don't think he did, but we'll have to see. If they maybe exit into Banana, they'll see it on their way out. Dobu might turn around and have a little look here. He's not looking towards sandbags, though. That's the thing. He was looking back down Banana. Cabal's already got an AK. It would be accuracy if anybody. Now that he's dead, no one's getting that. That's
gee, it's so sharp this series, bro. Holy.
Yeah, not a bad one from him so far. Wouldn't mind seeing him with the AWP next round. But, you know, beggars can't be choosers. He'll get an AK at least.
Yeah, we'll see if TYLOO wants to double down. A1S wasn't retained. That was actually a pretty expensive round for ATOX, all things considered. But most of the guns they lost were Mac 10s, to be fair. TYLOO going to go for some more damage. Only the singular rifle. The Deagle's been juggled over. We'll see where this is going to aggress, but yeah, like I said before, there just was not really a super strong call from TYLOO about whether the buy was coming through, and then there wasn't really a plan with the rifle. And you've been talking about them, like, who's the IGL right now? I mean, that is like a case in point, like, you just haven't made the right call soon enough. Gee, I like what he's doing with this rifle, though, fighting in towards second mid, looking for a pick over there. Maybe even get a little bit of a boost up over the smoke here. Look for an opener, or up onto porch. Almost found a timing onto attack it, onto Cabal there, but doesn't end up eventuating as ATOX take that banana control, deny info and space to the CTs, who are being quite greedy with their one smoke on this B side of the map. And they're going to drop that first one. Oh, they do have another one on Mosi, so ATOX going to go back towards bracket. I mean, this is just standard Inferno.
He saw them, but then he gets tickled by the Molotov and they get alerted to his presence, and the flash came through anyway. It was almost something for TYLOO, but in the end, nothing.
Yeah, I mean, ATOX they're starting to, like, get in that role now. You saw on starting to come together on Mirage. It's why, like, you know, it's not just a copium to say, like, when a first half and an opening part of a map goes so poorly for a team like you saw from ATOX in that last map, and then they start to win some rounds on the T side of Mirage, and they're starting to look good, and then they roll into the T side of Inferno, and they're still bringing that same momentum. Like, it does matter, and I think you're seeing that here. Straight through from the pistol, and they're playing with confidence. Like, this is the ATOX that we wanted to see.
I mean, this is the ATOX that you do often get on Inferno. You know, there's a lot to be said about their inconsistency, generally speaking, but at least when it comes to this map in particular, they often bring a good level. But we haven't yet seen a gun round.
Yeah, thanks to TYLOO's purchasing patterns, they've been pretty all over the place.
Yeah.
G's going to get dropped the AWP here. So attacker onto the A4 with light util. Sacrificing a lot of util to get G the AWP out. Which on Inferno is one of those trade-offs. There's some maps where it's a no-brainer to get the AWP out. I don't think this is one of them on the CT side, really. Util traded on Banana and on top bracket here. So ATOX really just trying to trade down util with the CTs and open themselves up an opportunity in the mid-round.
Mosey just going to play off the contact of Jamyong, but it's not going to work out. Mosey's low as well. This is, yeah, that's a free B side again.
That's
if ATOX want it.
This round's over.
Mercury's doing things.
Yeah.
Not sure that he wants to be doing them.
No, I don't think so.
So he'll get out, save the gun, but it's been a bit of a nothing
Inferno.
map so far. Yeah. Yep. Give me some train, man.
That M4 is worth more than my car. Bloody statty Hal.
Probably gets used more than your car.
Yeah, at the moment. I don't even have the insurance on it right now.
See?
Gotta hunt down these CTs if possible.
Looks good for TYLOO.
Yeah, sent in with the flash, but yeah, 3 players surviving. You know how that one goes, Jordan. We're juggling the guns. We're stringing these buy rounds together. And we're hoping we don't get double entry on B again.
Yeah, well, we're hoping that for the rest of this half, really, because TYLOO got a lot of their work done on the CT side against Rare Adam and then had a shocking T side. So I'm definitely not feeling too confident about the second half here for TYLOO, and it certainly concerns me that they're losing a lot of these rounds to start the map as well.
Also, I think I feel better about ATOX's Ancient than I feel about their Mirage. So winning this map, like, I'd be feeling pretty confident for them going to 3. I feel like TYLOO's Ancient I haven't seen as much as ATOX's Ancient, and when I have, it's been a bit hit or miss.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, this game just keeps going from bad to worse. It's a nice reply from Jamyong. He does have some support there from attacker in the pit. You can see Dobu's looking to try to cut the rotations, and he finds Mosey. So yeah, you could get the pivot back from ATOX now, but Dobu's just unreal right now.
Yeah, attacker's doomed. Nothing he can do. And G will, unfortunately, once again, not really get the opportunity to be involved in the round. He's got AWP in hand, but for the second round in a row, he's going to be saving. And he might not even get away with it. Yeah, wow. So bad luck.
Yeah, I'm down to hit the fast forward on this one. I'm not going to lie. Let's just see Ancient call it a 1-1 at this point. Because TYLOO is not showing up to this game at all. Attack timeout. I struggle to put my finger on what they're doing wrong. It kind of feels like the same problem that ATOX had on their CT side last map, you know? Like, I feel like TYLOO is just kind of standing in certain positions or, like, trying to go towards their more default setups that are not working for them. And they're getting banged by ATOX, who are just, like, finding a lot of openers. Dobu in particular has just found so many entries. He's spraying people through the top bracket smoke, or him and MRQ are combining to double entry B. So TYLOO, I mean, I like the fact that they're saving here and min-maxing the economy over time. Try to scrape together a couple of CT rounds. But I really just feel like, similar to ATOX, they just need a better, like, the standing in the right positions is not enough, right? We need to interact with the round better. We need to be having the better timings with the util.
Well, unfortunately, this round shouldn't really come together for much. Got a little bit of util to play with. They're holding onto the smokes nicely at the start of the round. First one now getting tossed out into middle. Everybody had a smoke in this round for TYLOO. There's going to be a flash into sandbags there, which Mosey is going to use to try and take this fight on the MIQ. He got that initial bink. Not enough for the kill, though. And so for all the hard work, TYLOO still end up with a deficit.
Yeah. It just really feels like there's a lot of individual duels from TYLOO right now, even with the pistols. And ATOX is winning all of them.
Gee. Deagle in hand. Has been a scary prospect. See if he can double down here. Maybe attacker get one with the MP9 as the players are coming out from balcony. There could be a world still for TYLOO. They've called that early rotate over to A. They have the forces where they need them. Molotov will cut off any attempt from Mercury. Jamyoung's good for one. Rotation may still yet go over to that B bomb site. Mercury's going to be important here, and he's now fallen. So that's accuracy on his bike, and it will be the B site that ATOX takes, and with that, it'll be the round as well.
Looking much better. Much more well-drilled on this map than TYLOO for sure. I mean, just been a bit of a nothing game, really. See if attacker can try to get some exits here. Mercury being 0-5 is not promising prospect. That is the player that I probably want to be sending down banana and winning me duels.
It's fine, man. He's the IGL.
Get me out. Can we just stop ruining star players from China by having them call?
Not possible.
Like you... It's not that hard, guys. Just pick up Advent.
Advent, my goat. Bring him back.
There's one IGL in China. Wait, there's two. There's
Westy,
Westy Melly.
Zesty Westy.
Zesty Westy. West Malone. More ping issues.
Well, this is definitely a night of Counter-Strike.
One of the Counter-Strike nights of all time. Truly. What'd you eat today, Jordan? Tell me all about your culinary adventures.
When I woke up, I had a cup of tea, and then not shortly after that, I had some leftover chicken. We had like a Woolies chicken the other day.
Oh yeah.
So we had that. That was all cut up, and I had some of that. Probably about a couple of 100 grams of it. And I had some homemade spring rolls as well. That was my breakfast.
Damn.
Oh, I had some mayo with the chicken as well, because you know me, I'm on the gain train. Got to get the calories in.
True.
So that was my breakfast, and then for lunch I had some leftover massaman curry, which I made yesterday night, and then I had a protein shake, and this evening I had some fried rice, which was cooked by my parents.
Hell yeah.
And I'm supposed to eat again. I need to have some yogurt tonight before I go to sleep.
Man's got the whole meal plan figured out.
That's it, mate. Yeah. I mean, it's hard to get the calories in.
Yeah.
Trying to hit like 2,800, 3,000 calories.
What? How? How are you going to eat that?
What do you mean, how? How am I going to eat that?
Yeah.
I do. I manage it every day.
Fucking hell.
That's done, like, this is what I'm saying, man. It's like I'm having to eat 3 proper meals, plus the protein shakes a little bit, plus like a yogurt snack at night. Is like, it's like a big bowl of yogurt, so it's quite a bit. But
yeah. You putting the protein in the yogurt yet?
No, I don't think so. I don't think I need to because I'm still pretty light. I'm still only like 64 kilos.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't actually need that much protein. I only need like 120, 130 grams. So I actually generally get that with 1 scoop of protein in a shake.
Well, speaking of Master Man Curry, we are getting into the meat and potatoes now. And yeah, it's the same story again, guys. We've waited the tech pause for, you know, a good 5 to 7 minutes there, and the same thing has just happened. Jamyoung's dived down banana, got insta-entry'd, and this round's over.
Well, yeah. Well, we'll see. It ain't over till it's over.
Yeah, bracket smoke. G's over here on the line, but Bomb's still heading towards B. This is all just util pressure from the T's, but if they lose both players, it's really going to be chuff. Got to come down to Mosey, though.
Yeah, I mean, smoked off. He gets his molly down. That's going to be info, of course, that ATOX is on their way in, but not sure what he can really do about it. Double smoke. But look at the position here of Zesta.
Yo!
Because he's taken out by Mercury. All of a sudden, maybe starts to look a little bit more winnable. Dobu up to some funny business inside of that smoke. He'll be spotted out here by G in just a second, or maybe not. Did G actually see him? No, I don't think so. So Dobu gets himself a critical kill. They've still also got to dig out accuracy. They've got no idea where he is, but there's not many places that he can be. And into dark, they spot him. It's finally around for TYLOO.
Mercury fired up, man. That's a big 3k from him. The fact that he read that rotation back around towards spawn side is very impressive. And TYLOO completing a 4-on-5 win mostly from the A rotating players is not something that you see all the time. So that's going to be their first round on the board, despite, again, losing the opening duel to ATOX, which has been happening for most of this game. Usually courtesy of Dobu.
An attempt to take some control of Banana. Jamyoung boosted up. Wasn't really expected on that angle, but MIQ makes it look too easy. There was an assisting flash in there from accuracy, but yeah, what are you going to do?
It's one of these games.
Is it not pretty ballsy from Jamyoung to be doing that?
It's not.
At that point?
I don't think so. I don't think you want to be like results-oriented thinking like that, you know? Like, you cannot go into a game of Inferno with the mentality that I'm getting rolled in banana. I just can't keep going there. Because, like, it's something that you need, right?
Yeah, but jumping up on Kyle like that?
Yeah, I don't know about the execution, but I admire the attempt.
Yeah.
Attacker. He's waiting for the lurk. He's got that old man patience, bro.
He's still waiting, yeah. I mean, may as well wait until the next round at this point if you're TYLOO, because you're not retaking B 3-on-4.
Oh, it's 3-on-3 inside the site. It's a localized 3-on-3. You like that? You can keep that one.
Sure. Molly is going to get himself a kill onto Dobu, but it's not going to do enough to incentivize TYLOO.
Here we go. Here comes
in that meanwhile, yeah, Zesta on the wrap around the back. Mercury's going to have to fight for his life here. Has been spotted out by Zesta. Gets that dual one, so it is at least going to be an M4 taken through or an AK. Whatever at this point, you know.
I think they swapped RGLs again. Mercury's got back-to-back 3Ks his last 2 rounds. Seven to 1 for ATOX. And I feel like they've had like 6 or 7 of the opening kills in these 8 rounds. TYLOO need to be able to create openers for themselves. They keep trying to do it on banana and they keep getting bopped every time.
I mean, the half is still not too far gone necessarily if TYLOO can pull back a couple quickly here, but
we're going
just seems wishful thinking. G going to get aggressive into apartments and gets himself the opener onto Zesta. So already a better start for TYLOO. Attacker set up on brackets alongside Mercury. They'll be forced back by the util. And here comes that flood of ATOX, but do have numbers here for TYLOO. Maybe not for long. G will fall. And now it's just the two riflers that are trying to hold on. Attacker changes his position up into the site. Mercury's been spotted out. Their push is not quite a clean one, though, from ATOX. Attacker, a 1-for-1 is not enough, as Mercury will also drop, and the patience from ATOX is rewarded on that take.
Yeah, this is why I don't get putting MIQ on the AWP, because as the second entry, like, him and Dobu, like, that is scary. Like, honestly, cracking open the sites relatively easily. 2-on-3, I'm surprised it's even being attempted by TYLOO right now. They're just donating guns, essentially, at this point. But honestly, MIQ and Dobu together are looking way too clean on T side right now.
Wow.
Oh my god, this guy's unreal.
Case in point.
Like, why is this guy on an AWP when he can rifle like that?
I don't know, man. I've seen some pretty good stuff from him on the AWP as well.
So he's just too good.
He's just too good.
Which is good to see. Because, like, he was not one of the players you pick out of the Mongolian scene and be like,
No.
this is a big name or anything. But he...
No, 6, 12 months ago.
Looks like he's come good.
You're right.
Another buy from TYLOO. Looks worse than before. Orb's still there for G, and look, he's getting some pretty decent value with it. Like, he is finding his picks. But B is really the issue, and you can see it from the scoreboard. Like, the B players are getting folded every time. It's MIQ Dobu versus Mosey Jamyoung in this part of the map. And look, if the score lines say it all, what's happening so far this game.
Yeah. It's just been a super slow game, though, for only 9 rounds. I feel like we've been on Inferno forever.
Yeah, because of all the saving, right? Like, the important part of the round only lasts like 5 seconds, which is like ATOX just getting a double entry pretty much every time.
Yeah.
The thing is, I like that they're creeping up B here and going for the exec heavy kind of approach this time, because TYLOO just doesn't have the money for util this round. Like, that's their last piece of util. Oh, they've got another smoke actually there for Jamyoung. But you can just nade this open as ATOX if you want to.
Looks like they're just going to go. Mosey moves it up on the flower pots. Desperate for some rounds right now, TYLOO, and it's not looking like it's going to happen here either. Another clean entry from ATOX. I think we might as well pack this one up and start thinking about Ancient.
Yeah. It's getting the teams winning their own map picks pretty much so far tonight. What's happening in the other series? That one's interesting me a little bit more currently. Let's have a look. Linvision did scrape that win over Huns there. In regulation, I thought it went to OT. Maybe I was misreading. Looks like a vintage performance from Starry. Is what I'm seeing over there. And Kormisu is still playing good. Your chosen savior of Chinese Counter-Strike.
Right.
Based on
How's he doing?
one game of ECL.
Yeah, that's all you need.
Yeah. Could save a nation of 1 billion people. Nine and 1. She's still got the AWP out. Decent util from TYLOO this time around. Once again, kind of trading down disruptive utility on that B side of the map. ATOX is going a little faster into brackets this time. Or at least trying to trade down util early. They're not actually rushing into brackets. I think they're just trying to draw out smokes or mollies from the CTs here, because they may be considering an A pop at some point here. Yeah, flash is already there for accuracy. Beautiful.
Oh, gee. I don't know how he's gotten out of there alive, but he is alive. Not for long. Swings back in behind the box and just straight up booked by Zesta, who's got himself a double. And MIQ is always good for one at the moment. He's 11-4 right now. Take a miracle here from Mercury. And there is a low HP player there, but he can't land the shot. So that is about as good as you can really hope for at this point for TYLOO. Getting a kill or two, but certainly not a round. Those have been few and far between.
See if Mosey's actually going to go for this one. Does have a kit. Feels like if he can make his way around balcony side and find a freebie, could be doable for him. The pit off angle is always a toughie though.
I mean, what good is this going to do?
Nothing.
Boom, off you go. See you later. Get on your bike.
That was such a sick variation from ATOX though. Like they conceded that banana control. They made it look like it was still kind of more of a defaulty approach. And then they just go for that sharp timing on dig side with the single poppy to catch G off guard. And then use that as a bit of a springboard into A. Like you can really tell they've got great depth on this T side. You're mixing in those variations that look exactly like, you know, your default rounds.
Well, let's see if they can get one more. And all but seal the deal here on Inferno. Mosey, he got 2 flashed. MIQ, though, has heard him, and it just... Nothing can go right for TYLOO on this map, it seems. Like, that really looked like it should be a kill for Mosey, and then it wasn't.
Yeah. MIQ getting that man advantage, just going to play things by the numbers. ATOX showing a lot of discipline despite the fact that they've been dominating this whole time. Zesta's got this deep carpets lurk and they're just going to go meet up with him and try to dismantle the brackets crossfire. But look at the rotation from TYLOO. They want to throw hands here.
Well, 5 on 2 is maybe still doable if Jamion could have doubled down there, but he didn't. And now it's on to G, who has way too much to do. So 11-1 is the score, and that's not very good if you're a TYLOO fan.
Alrighty, just getting prepped here for the second half between TYLOO and ATOX. I'm not sure how much of a second half there will be at this point, Jordan, though, because that is a pretty brutal scoreline, mate.
Yeah, I don't know if there's really much to say about this one at this point, but we'll see. I don't know. Look, Attacker 1 and 7. You know, you were spruiking about it in that.
He didn't even have a chance to do anything this game. To be fair, he was sitting in porch and they got double entry data every round, and he went, "Well, I guess I'm going to rotate into a lost site." Like, he didn't really have a chance.
Look, everyone's struggling really. Everyone's struggling. But yeah, really, again, another brilliant game of Inferno from ATOX. Like, you can tell they've got this one locked in. Like, that is at least something positive to take away from it. But TYLOO also just having a bad day today on Inferno. Like, it's not been fun at all.
That was fun for about 10 rounds earlier today. Just waiting. Gonna see some picturesque fly-throughs of Inferno here. The new Inferno. Nice and vibrant, nice and colourful compared to the older cream-coloured, grey variants.
Yeah. I think every map remake has gotten more and more colourful. You remember the original Inferno that we had in Counter-Strike Global Offensive being very, very drab and grey. And then the next one was a little bit more colourful. And then this one's obviously been way more colourful.
Yeah, back in the day, I used to crank the digital vibrance because the maps were just like so drab to look at, and you wanted more like visibility. But like in multiple games now, I think they're making things really, really vibrant and colourful these days.
The readability.
Yeah. And you have to bump it back down. Like the other day I was playing WoW and I was running around. I mean, that's an old game to be fair. But I literally couldn't even see because I had the vibrance cranked. I couldn't even see where I was anymore. Everything was just orange.
Sounds like a bad time.
Yeah.
Playing WoW in general, to be fair.
Yeah,
but
it's a sad set of circumstances.
We are into the pistol, and it is a must-win for TYLOO. I think there's no two ways about that. They're going to try and set themselves up for a brackets take here. They might actually get that for free. I mean, Accuracy's having a little bit of a look. But they have managed to make their way out. And now, swinging around to try to challenge Accuracy. He'll continue to concede territory, taking the shots as they come. But that is finally something going the way of TYLOO. Attacker with a jumping headshot. Gets himself his second for the map. And that might be the pistol that TYLOO needs to at least say we're not dead yet.
Yeah. These kind of chaotic pistols, if you don't hit shots on the CT side, can get really far out of control. And you saw exactly why. TYLOO just creeping up, taking the minimum amount of map control that they can before they actually, breach the CT crossfires and the territory. And then once they do, like, you're just abusing the Glock and the fact that you can just jump around corners. Zesta could not hit a single head there. Very difficult shots to be hitting, shooting people's knees. And TYLOO just getting closer and closer, like jumping 3 to 4 angles. But the second layer of that strat's what's really impressive. After the jungle contact is made, you had multiple players activate on the lurk and look for the rotation kills, and everyone was able to find them. Force-wise out here for ATOX. Looked for an opening pick there with the little totem pole boost, which has been shooed away by TYLOO and their utility. They've taken banana control now. ATOX looking to play things pretty passively in round number 2 here and lean on the fact that they've got a couple of smokes in the back pocket. Trying to make TYLOO's life uncomfortable later. TYLOO just wanting to trade down that utility nice and early on so they don't run into those problems. But Dobu does not want to drop the smoke this early on.
Well, very patient approach from TYLOO, running the timer down. Less than 45 seconds now. Going to throw that smoke over towards B, and it has drawn a bit of a rotation. Cabal's come to have a bit of a look. This actually might not be a bad call from ATOX if Cabal sticks around. A re-smoke in Banana with 30 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah.
TYLOO are back and forth in Banana. They're not sure where to go at the moment.
They don't have an HE to break that. They're going to actually try to sell a bit of a fake on this B execute, and it has drawn the rotations back across. It's only Zesta in apps here. He could be problematic, though. Ooh. Dives out Boiler, only going 1 for 1. Accuracy getting a couple of tags in the side, so they are harassing TYLOO quite comfortably. But TYLOO still making it to the site.
I mean, this will be a fast rotate for ATOX. If they maintain control of bracket, they might have actually had a bit of a chance there. Now, though, I'm not so sure. Jamyoung's been able to slip his way into Boiler. Wasn't quite spotted there by Dobu. It should be the round for TYLOO. Time obviously ticking away from ATOX. They're still going to have a little bit of a look. MIQ wins that every day of the week, but we need more where that's come from. And that timer is definitely dwindling. No defuse kit available. TYLOO, freebie. But is it enough? Answer, so far, not quite. Mercury, easy one onto Cabal, and MIQ just trying to do damage at this point. He knows the round is done. Oh my goodness.
So sharp.
Nice flick from him. But they will not win the round.
Do they double down? Surely not. It's probably just going to be pistols and armor. MIQ should probably not buy too much. He's to save for the AWP if he wants it, but not everyone wants to AWP CT side of this map, to be fair. And taking all the guns away from TYLOO, you definitely want to, at the minimum, upgrade some pistols here. Try to keep TYLOO's money very honest, because all it's going to take is that one reset to win the game at this scoreline. And TYLOO's got minimum loss bonus and no money in the bank.
I mean, at the end of the day, TYLOO just got to keep winning rounds, really. It's not about economic health or anything, really, when you're down 11-3. It's just about win every single round. MIQ just causing so many problems. I don't know how he's still alive. Jamyoung in all sorts. TYLOO and MIQ are both going to get out of there okay. So, once again, TYLOO are going to be made to work for one.
Yeah, could slip up at any potential hurdle. Waiting out this initial smoke. No more util to really be contesting with here, so TYLOO got to invest a few pieces of their own. Molly into main, flash up onto the sandbag line. Only 4 grenades and a man disadvantage to get through the rest of this round, and TYLOO are going to go back towards that A side again. Kabar's probably the main man to have your eye on here. P250 armor in the mini pit. Could be actually pretty annoying to deal with.
Rotations come through from TYLOO, but he's only got himself a USP. Cabal was spotted out there, so no harm done really for TYLOO this time around. Yeah, they lose a couple of guns, but it's definitely not the end of the world being on that T side.
Yeah, just going to cost them a couple extra grenades or a rifle here and there before they can get their economy established. Which sometimes can be the difference between you winning and losing, especially T side Inferno, man. Like, you don't have that extra molly or that extra flash to be able to actually run the map control protocols and, you know, kind of streamline your early to mid round the way you normally would, then you can actually run into some problems. But 3 guns should be good. 2 AKs and a Khalil. MIQ trying to min-max the economy. Zesta trying to make things expensive, but can't. There's a 4th for TYLOO, but they haven't been tested just yet.
True. This will be the real test.
Accuracy's AWPing.
Yeah, so I think for ATOX, accuracy AWPs on Inferno. And MIQ does it pretty much everywhere else.
So weird.
It is a little. MIQ, typically the B player on this map. So that may have something to do with it.
Oh man, they're getting chunked as they run into banana here. Good entry though.
Oh, Jamyoung. I almost had a feeling he was just going to hit a 1B right there.
Yeah.
But didn't quite. He did a decent amount of damage though. 46 onto MIQ. ATOX is still fighting for banana right here, and they have effectively bullied TYLOO away.
4-on-4. Info denied for ATOX. Over towards B. But they've retaken that sandbag space at least. Smoked off half wall. That's allowed MIQ to float back across to A. So they still do have 3 players in the right position. And still a fair bit of util on Zesta in particular. Accuracy hasn't been pushed off this dig line either.
Well, here comes Attacker looking to make some entries into that A bomb site. Do you have MIQ and Zesta still to deal with right here? Now it's just MIQ. And for once, he's actually not able to get himself a frag as TYLOO get themselves the first gun round now of the half. So Small little inroads being made, but inroads nonetheless. And with every round that TYLOO takes, it's starting to be more and more possible, but still a long, long, long way to go.
Yeah. I mean, winning that duel on the B side of the map, always going to be worth its weight in gold. Jamyoung's starting to get a little bit more warmed up. And Attacker doing exactly what I'd want him to do in this team, really, which is just to be that hard entry. So just running up the A site, trying to open things up. All pertain for G. ATOX looking to get some drops going, maybe. Or a drop, rather, and buy up. Dobu's going to throw the orb to Accuracy, who missed a sitter in the last round. Needs to start hitting a couple shots or he'll be the AWPer on no maps.
Maybe. All right, once again, early presence to Banana from TYLOO, and this time it doesn't work.
This guy's
had to
unreal.
happen eventually. Yeah. MIQ knocks over 2. Tucked in the corner here. Mosey's going to hunt him. Yeah, no, MIQ's got another one. He's 20 and 6 for the map. Let's go to Ancient.
Actually destroying them right now. And if you beat, like, this is what I was saying about TYLOO. That was my whole TYLOO narrative. I was like, oh, they got some sharp riflers, like on CT side. If your B player's having a pop-off game, then it's raps. Unfortunately, that was more the case for ATOX than it was for TYLOO this game. It's going to save. What's a triple entry on B? To be honest, the third player running through that smoke was a little bit troll in the first place.
Yeah, but it's probably done at that point anyway. Well, this is what we love about Inferno.
That's just what I was thinking.
Pretty good map.
We need to get some Asian CS trivia going or something.
All right.
Long ass rounds.
All right. What was the first team that Cabal and Dobu played in
5
together?
power, mate.
5 power. He's on. Boom.
It's too easy.
Yeah.
That's such a niche thing as well. They've been playing together for yonks though. Like it's going on what? Like how many?
Yeah, actually almost 10 years. It is actually almost 10 years. Because 5 power would have been a thing at least in, I want to say at least in 2016. So probably not quite 10 years yet.
16,
but
no, it was later than that, surely. 16?
Well, 16 or 17 was the start of Zen League. Zen League was 17 for sure.
Yeah, you're right, actually.
But I think actually maybe 2017 was Zen League.
Yeah,
but were they a team before to that point? I'm not sure.
So it's like 8 years, yeah. I was just guessing, but yeah, it actually is 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Got some space in Banana. Jamyoung was actually able to make this fight work for him last time. I remember when the map came out and I was throwing that pop flash. I was like, this is cracked. It's like the little ridge of the top bit there covers the flash.
Yeah,
so it's like a true pop flash. I thought people would be doing that all the time.
Maybe you just got to go back to coaching, but in CS, you can make it happen.
I'm done.
Let's see.
I'm done dealing with children, Jordan.
Fair. Well, let's see if ATOX can seal the deal right here. Maybe not there if Zester's going to be fully blind like that, but Accuracy is at least able to get the trade, and he has got some assistance in the form of Cabal. Now, they don't have any util at all. That's why Accuracy's going to try and play a little bit more aggressive here and see if he can get some info. But it is a bit of an around-the-world look from TYLOO right here, and Dobu sharp is prepared for the second and gets a lot of damage done onto Attacker. Meanwhile, Accuracy's pushed all the way into brackets, gets the info. There's nothing there. He's going to be quick on the rotate, and Cabal will have to start moving now as well. As long as MIQ can get one, this will be a very doable round for ATOX. Swings early. Here's the footsteps. Gets 2-3. Never mind 1. 23-6 for MIQ. He is on an absolute tear on that second map, and that's 13-5. ATOX will take us all the way to Ancient.
Yeah, I saw it coming. I was like, he's alive on coffins, perfectly positioned, and yeah, cleans that up very, very easily. That was a dominant.
Go to the overview page of the event and like scroll all the way down. Then it says ranked.
Oh yeah, event type ranked. Okay, interesting. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Well, TYLOO did win the knife round, guys, and they have opted to start on CT. And I actually think that's going to be pretty good for ATOX. I would have preferred to see them start T-side, if I'm honest. They've been great on all three of their T-sides so far.
2 smokes, 2 flashes, a Molotov to start things off for ATOX, and it doesn't look like they're going to be messing around at all. Very quick into lane, and you can imagine that that's probably going to be followed pretty quickly with a hit in towards B. Typically, if you're going to go that fast, you're just going to keep going that fast, and they will indeed. MIQ, of course, the one to open the account as the flashes get layered over long, and it's another easy start to the map for ATOX. They have just rolled over TYLOO.
Yeah, MIQ continuing his winning ways, and ATOX winning themselves another T-pistol in similar fashion, just with a great strat, some pretty straightforward execution. Have run like pretty similar kind of pistols. Oh, good shot from... It's actually an Attacker to get that kill. Thought it was Jam Young, but Attacker stood right behind him. They're both just holding that same little pixel angle. Look up some exits here at TYLOO. But I don't know how comfortable they are on their T side, but I think letting ATOX start on T side is going to be a little bit of a mistake from TYLOO here.
Oh,
potentially.
Keeping himself alive.
Nice. They're getting actually a lot of exits. That's going to be enough money for Attacker to buy a rifle here. He's been using the A4 mostly.
Yeah, they did try that on Inferno. They force bought an M4 into round 2, dropped it over to Jam Young. This time, Attacker going to drop the gun. Who's going to get it? It will be Mosey.
Yeah, but he's dropped him an A4. I thought he would have dropped him an A1S, to be honest. In a round like this.
Well,
we'll see where Mosey's going to go with it. Looks like it's over towards B stairs side. Like, I feel like the pick potential of an A1S is better, no? The spread is like way less at the longer ranges.
That's fair, but also, you know, maybe you're expecting something fast towards B here again, in which case you might prefer to have their A4.
Yeah, I don't think that's the purpose of buying like a hero rifle in a round like this, though. It's like you don't really want them to be like getting to the site before the rifle, like the hero rifle gets into the round, right? Like you want to use it actively in a way the other team would not expect. And get yourself an opening pick because you're already playing this round at a disadvantage. That's a nice little molly spam combo. Mollying off the cave entrance there. You can see a lot of util pressure on B. Maybe the A4 was the right purchase. That's a cracker of a shot from Mosey to thin the numbers, but ATOX will take the site nonetheless. They haven't got the plant down though. So the flood potential is definitely here for TYLOO.
Yep, Sobu does get that bomb on the floor. And Jam Young has fallen, so you might just see TYLOO looking to save these weapons that they've got. Bit of armor there as well for Attacker G and Mosey, so definitely worth trying to get as much as you can out of this round. Mosey has found Zesta, but G will... Oh, okay. G will survive the round. Of course, that's what I was going to say. And he'll be able to get the gun.
Yeah, bit of a Deagle gamer tonight. Has to be said. MIQ and Mosey both very low here, not wanting to push their luck too much. All 4 of these players saving in the same area of the map. It's gone quite well for TYLOO, all things considered. Realistically, they could definitely buy here if they wanted to. But it's also quite sensible to just, buy for next. Get some damage done. But with a little bit of investment into this round, maybe some dropped over pistols. I think Reinvestments in the Mac 10s here, so might just see an A pop here from ATOX. Will be an A execute.
Yeah, might just be an A rush, honestly, the way things are looking right here. They're making a lot of noise. There's all the util, and again, they're not going to slow down at all. Very, very fluid, very, very clean. Quick couple of smokes, one in for Connector, one in for Donut. And Bomb Plant goes down in a jiffy. It's a very nice A rush from ATOX. They've achieved what they set out to do, at least mission number 1.
Yeah.
Of course, now I still have to execute the round, but against 3 USPs, or 2 USPs, a deagle, and then a couple of saved rifles, it should be pretty straightforward for ATOX here. And Flash are trying to delay TYLOO. I don't even know if TYLOO really want to go for this.
They just want
They're
damage.
having a look. Yeah, and they're not really going to get a huge amount of it, but
That's pretty good.
yeah, it is only the Mac 10s though.
But still, it's like forcing the rebuys when you've already forced them once is pretty nice. They couldn't quite get that gun. Oh, there we go. Zesta goes down to the bomb net. So I think Tyler's gotten great damage done there. 4 rebuys. Really going to slow down the T-side economy here. And give Tyloo some more reset potential into round 4. And here's the full investment from them as well. AWP and all the bells and whistles. But they need to get this earlier gun rounds like they were getting rolled over on Inferno. But part of that was just due to the really lackluster banana fight every time. So it's a different map. A lot of disruptive utility from the CT side here. Both in lane and middle right now. We're going to take that control. Have the option of Jamyoung aggressing over on shelf side to try to help out Mercury, but instead they're going to opt to play things a little more on the passive side. AWP's posted up to try to disrupt the re-contest on middle. Just sitting on that donut info line. It's okay, Tox want to go for this B hit in the mid round. Mercury's smoke is going to be key here. It's good stuff from ATOX. They just bait it out. Not in a rush to be hitting that side execute. In fact, they're going to wrap back to meet up with Zesta. TYLOO looking for information in the mid round though. Mosey has cleared out all of B. That's going to allow the rotations to start coming in. Already Jamyoung starting to shift.
Flashes out from Donut. It will signal the intentions from ATOX. G posted on the line. He's only going to be good for 1. Just slightly misses onto Zesta. In fact, he even hit him, did he? He's down to 1 HP. Somehow Zesta's alive and G is dead. But that is all you need to know.
Mosey.
Bomb plant went down. Mosey's got that kill onto Zesta, but it's not exactly the biggest kill that is required in this round. MIQ ducked behind the sight boxes will be the major prize. And then there's a flank coming in from Cabal as well. The longer this goes, the better it is for ATOX. MIQ again for 2. Not quite 3 this time, but he should have just about won the round. Accuracy though, low on HP. Oh, Mosey just needed 1 bullet.
Yeah, there was a kit
He
right
would have
there.
had the time.
He didn't have a kit, but there was one on the ground, so actually that was winnable. And there you go. Same narrative just continuing. ATOX just keep rolling with the momentum. Winning that first gun round. Breaking TYLOO's money again. That's exactly why I was concerned for TYLOO on this map.
Yeah, it's gone from bad to worse tonight. They'll be hoping they can pull something together with the upgraded pistols in this one. ATOX are looking pretty squeaky clean so far on Ancient. And Cabal having a little bit of a look into Cave. He's got that Mac 10, so you can expect him to be the point man in a round like this. ATOX are more than happy to take this one slow, though, knowing TYLOO will have a weakened buy.
Yeah, just trying to bait out the util across the map. Punish any aggression. Just That slow anti-eco. Hell of a shot from G. Continues to deliver with the Deagle tonight.
Mm-hmm. He's got to kill every single round he's had it, pretty much, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Might get one more here. Oh, the slow creep around the corner from Dobu was scary, I'll tell you. There he goes. He does get him. So, all of a sudden, if MIQ now drops in middle, oh, it could have been bad. He's held on to it.
Still win this, though. I don't know if they know where he is.
Well, he hasn't gotten a kill. He has taken some damage from somewhere. Not sure exactly where that will be. G's going to be heard by MIQ. And so he will activate and find that timing in middle. And it looks like accuracy will come back across to A to help him out. Now it's on to attacker. MIQ, gun in hand. Needs it, gets it done. Headshot onto attacker was required, and that will allow the bomb plant. So it was a tight affair, but it might still go the way of ATOX now. Mosey having to retake into a pretty big crossfire.
Nice nade.
Soften accuracy up, but it won't matter. Accuracy's too sharp this time around. 5-0. ATOX get themselves another.
MIQ just keeps dragging. ATOX kicking and screaming through these rounds. 8-3. 3K in that round. Accuracy and himself combining to clean up the TYLOO eco that was starting to do some real damage courtesy of G. Into round number 6 now. T-side economy battered and bruised. They've been taking their losses, winning these rounds. Never quite cleanly putting away these T-side gun rounds. Mosey takes a lot of damage on the spam through from stairs side. 1 HP almost goes down to the nade, and there's the spam from Cabal. He's just harassed from every angle. Mercury trying to trade that kill out on shelf side, but insta-traded by accuracy.
Yep. Meanwhile,
that's the A lurk. Yeah, double lurk.
Yeah. That creep out. And it's going to work. MIQ forces G off the line initially. He re-peaks. And that is that. That is the round. Done and dusted. TYLOO going to try to save once again.
It's like Inferno all over again.
Yep.
Although this is much closer, much more hotly contested, but they're still losing the rounds at the end of the day. It's not like they're just getting blasted in one part of the map and then like they can't even fight back. Like they are getting some kills here and there, but
I mean, it just goes to show, though, that you were pretty on point with that analysis around ATOX on the T side. They have come out and they have done exactly what they needed to do.
Yeah, they have
gold star for you.
They have some really good T sides, man. Like ATOX, these core of players, like what I really love watching about them is like they play with good structure, but like the most impressive thing about their team by far is like their pacing and their trading when they're entering the sites. Like, they just roll sites when they're feeling confident. Nice lineup for Jam Young. Couple exits for him will keep the AK alive, but that's about where the good news ends for TYLOO.
Yeah. They could scrounge something together in this round if they really were so inclined.
Yeah, I think
it's
worth buying here. You can definitely at least drop one if you're Jam Young as well. Although, looks like they just want to half buy around the AK. Yep. So just trying to min-max. The thing is, like, with the damage that they've been inflicted time and time again, if they could just get that one round, they can break ATOX's money. So I actually would have probably preferred them buy up and just send it here, but maybe they really want to get the ult going for G.
Yeah. I guess they maybe also feel they can get enough damage done that they can continue to keep this economy pretty tight for ATOX. 1 for 2 is fine as far as ATOX is concerned. And they will take some nice map control. Long is now in their possession. TYLOO already, you can kind of see, just ready for the save, really.
Yep.
Jam Young's having a bit of a look into Cave, but beyond that, not a whole lot of moving and shaking happening. Just trying to get some exits here. Jam Young's got one onto Cabal, but I don't really see this being a retake angle at all.
Yo. Free AK. Jam Young gonna go looking for another one.
He's got it. Does he get out though?
Yeah.
Yes, he does.
He's solid. Well done from him.
Okay.
So CTs have got some one-tap potential outside of G on the Deagle. Heading into this next round.
7-0 the scoreline though. I mean, talk about one-tap potential, that's all well and good, but you need to start winning some rounds.
Yeah. Tech timeout for TYLOO. Going to turn into a tech timeout, most likely, after seeing that.
What makes you say that?
Oh, wait, he's still in the server, so maybe not. Can't really tell.
There's some shenanigans going on. What is happening?
You know, he keeps reconnecting. I'm wondering if he's trying to get a better spawns position.
Is that how it works?
Like he keeps, yeah, he's moving around a little bit. I don't know if he's trying to do that or if he's actually having tech issues. Yeah, he's actually having tech issues. But like, you can see he's spawning in a different spot every time. I wonder if that's something you can abuse. I'm too far out of the CS meta to know, really.
I mean, even if it was, they're up 7-0. So, are you really thinking about that kind of min-maxing if you're up 7-0?
No,
I wouldn't imagine so.
I mean, I don't think so. No, I don't think it's intentional. It's just like theorycraft.
Yeah.
Are Dobu and Accuracy playing from somewhere different than the rest of them? I don't know why they have different ping.
I don't know. It was Dobu and Cabal that had higher ping in map 1.
Right.
I do not know the answer to these questions.
Yeah. It's been a night of tech issues for sure. Huns and Linvision is a very tight series so far. They've, again, Huns have made the grand mistake of letting Zaka play Dust 2.
That is criminal.
Not sure when they're going to learn.
Yeah, they're kind of getting demolished by him.
Call Me Sue's
4 and
not
10.
doing so hot this game.
Yeah, they've counter-stratted him. They've set up 2 players at the top of upper tunnel.
Oh yeah, they're just waiting for it to walk through his own smoke.
Yeah, let's just say we'll sit here for a minute and we'll get a free kill every round.
Yeah. Oh, Call Me Sue's last name's Sue. There you go.
That makes sense, I guess.
Ki Hao Sue.
I will say, if you're going to have a tech pause on any map, I think Ancient's not a bad one to do it on. It's got some nice ambiance.
I'm setting out a little bit too much.
Yeah, close your eyes. Meditate.
Been awake for a long time now.
Have a little 20-minute power nap in between series. We've still got another series after this, man.
Yeah, I know. I've been awake for like 30-something hours now.
I don't think that's good for you.
Yeah? Well,
why didn't you have a nap today?
I had a little nap, actually, to be fair. Wasn't a big one. It's like an hour.
All right.
Just travel things.
Yep. We're back in. 7-0 the scoreline. TYLOO with a lot to do.
Yeah, what's their adjustment? I just took a tack timeout and then had another 3 minutes to have some further discussions. Looks like Mercury is getting active inside Cheetah. It's going to be a lean towards A early on. Hands off approach on middle, but ATOX is just contacting up.
Yep. Mosey on the cheeky angle, gets himself more than one. Oh, Cabal, what's going on there?
What on earth?
I don't know, but round's not over just yet. Accuracy, having now lost Dobu, probably will seal the deal. That's Jamyoung to finish it off. That was a weird one from ATOX, I've got to say.
Yeah, I mean, they were just trying to change it up. That kind of exact pacing worked with the double lurk on A in the mid round. Just like throw that early couple of smokes and then just creep up the B ramp and look for the timing. This is where the damage that they've been taking to the economy is really rearing its ugly head. easier round for TYLOO to make it through here. Then they can reset ATOX, and all of a sudden it's a much closer game than it's been. ATOX again trying to go for this A execute. But they can't play the post plant with these weapons properly unless the AKs go huge. So you'd want to see the MAC-10s or the pistols get a bit more active.
One plant down. So mission ready to go now for ATOX. TYLOO for the retake have got themselves only a couple of smokes. 2 defuse kits will be handy. There's a push coming through mid. That'll be an easy kill in the end for Cabal with the P250. He catches Mosey. Upgrades to an M4. It's gone perfectly for ATOX. This is about as good as you could ask for. Jamyoung may even have some difficulty getting out alive now that middle is dirty. So he's just going to step forward and try and sit the defuse. That is very wishful thinking. Had nothing to do, really.
ATOX just continuing the pain train, man. TYLOO, luckily, still do have really good loss bonus, and they had a clean gun round previously, so they're going to be able to put together a buy, but they are just struggling to get rounds in general. Outside of that B contact that didn't work out for ATOX. Mercury is usually pretty good from like this cheetah area of the map and just bullying on mid or lane side, but he just hasn't had any impact this game.
What's Jamyoung, or rather Mercury, up to here? Sitting inside that smoke. There's a flash. Accuracy.
Nice.
Yeah, not able to save Cabal there.
That's what
Accuracy's
going to
silent drop.
bro.
This could be dangerous, though, still for TYLOO. Accuracy. Oh, didn't quite get the timing right. So, better approach from TYLOO.
Yeah, still could fall apart, though. Double lurk active in the mid-round here. Attacker is still on the sight side. Needs to not get isolated and pick. Needs to just play the numbers and give the rest of TYLOO time to play.
Wisely has done so. So, ATOX... I mean, they may be able to get a bomb plant here. Molly will disrupt that. Smoke's going to be fading soon in Donut. Dobu at least is able to get the bomb plant down, so that is a start. But now with only 2 to defend it, this is going to take some miracle shooting from MIQ and from Zesta. Or make that just MIQ. I've been spruiking about his AWP so far today. Let's see what he can do now. Ah, unfortunate. Good damage onto Mercury, but not enough. I don't think it would have saved the round anyway. And so TYLOO will get a second, which is still a little wishful thinking, to be honest, but it's something.
Yeah, money's pretty bad for ATOX again. Had pretty minimal loss bonus. So there's definitely a chance for 4 here for TYLOO. Looks like ATOX is going to even up their cash by spending all of it. Gives them a decent chance at winning a round like this. They pulled off a lot of faster rounds and kind of set XX so far this game. Successfully. So they could definitely make a buy like this work.
Yep, Cabal making a bit of noise there on lane. Is going to draw out some shots from Mercury. Middle,
Yeah.
absolutely the approach for ATOX, and they have taken it.
They've used all their util to do it though, so I'm not really sure what they're going to do in the mid to late round unless TYLOO makes a bit of a mistake. Gotta maybe rely on these AKs to get a pick. A lot of pressure on Donut's side. Has made B a little weaker here.
Yeah. Contact play into B wouldn't necessarily be a bad call right now. Smoke's going to go onto ramp. Will allow ATOX to creep up close. And if they could get some work done in cave in the meanwhile, that would have been really nice. But it's a less than favorable trade for them in terms of the damage. Dobu now down to 13. Zesta's been able to park himself just outside Red Room. Pieces of the puzzle are coming together for ATOX in this round, but what they really need is a clean entry onto B. Just one. If they can get one. So far, Mercury dealing with Dobu. They have at least forced the players away from the site, but with MIQ now dropping, the round will fall apart a little bit for ATOX. They aren't even able to get the bomb plant down. That's a very nice hold in the end from TYLOO.
Yeah. That was my concern with what they did in the mid-round. Like, they banked on the fact that TYLOO was going to occupy that mid space, which they have done a few of these rounds, and they invested all of their utility in crunching mid and clearing it out, that they had nothing left over for the mid to late round. And I just felt like there wasn't a clear enough or a good enough plan there for ATOX, to be honest. Like, I've been praising them for how good their T sides were, but I don't think that that round was very much thought out past the mid-round stage, to be honest.
Well, one round left to go in the half, and ATOX don't have a whole lot to throw at it, so it seems like they're just going to throw bodies at it. Bit of a headshot there onto Attacker, softens him up, but there's no following damage until MIQ finally arrives, and that's a very quick end to the half. 8-4, it's better for TYLOO, but it's still not great. Off we go shortly. We'll have to get ready to jump in when the game's ready to go. We're just waiting for that one to get all sorted out. But first half, 8-4, the scoreline there for us between TYLOO and ATOX. It's looking like ATOX is probably going to edge out TYLOO tonight, which was my expectation, Pilski, but I don't know, maybe there's another twist and another turn here. TYLOO have shown the ability, at least on map 1, to be able to run away with things, so they can pick up the pistol and maybe get a bit of a roll on here on the T side of Ancient. It's not impossible.
Yeah. T-pistol would be huge for him. Got the 2 sets of util. Look like they're going to be hitting up the B site. Cabal's got some reactive util. He's been juggled there. And the hit's going to go straight in.
Yeah, pretty standard stuff, really, on a pistol. Hitting that B-bomb site. ATOX are getting their numbers across, but they weren't there initially, and no kills through just yet. 2 heads banged off by Attacker. MIQ, though, with the dualies, could have been dangerous before being shut down. And the numbers that ATOX are throwing at TYLOO just are not quite enough.
Oh, that's crispy from Dobu. Very winnable now. On for the 4K. He knows that Mercury is probably in this corner. It's a very, very common post-plant position. And just when you thought that TYLOO was going to be able to get something done on that T-side pistol, it's ATOX again to slap him away. Another big individual play. They did get the plant and a lot of kills though, so this is definitely a round 2 force, right?
You would think so.
I feel like they've been really indecisive on the buy calls today.
That could be.
Oh,
you know what?
No, don't buy that.
Oh,
Don't buy that.
one.
Oh,
I've
relax.
seen this movie before. That could be as a result of the fact that they have changed IGL about 5,000 times in the last 6 months. But I don't know. Maybe I'm reading into it too much.
No, that's accurate. That will happen. You got to take a timeout just to discuss what to buy and who to buy it. And that is on the CT side. You see the T's get the bomb plant and then take a timeout. That is like I wonder what's gonna happen this round, boys.
Yeah.
You know, you're definitely prepping yourself for like some more set plays. You might hold like an extra little bit of util, or even just maybe play disruptive. Like you know, traditionally in this kind of a round, you would play a bit more passive on the CT side, right? But it's so strong after the attack timeouts to be the assertive team that's going to be active. Look at those nades on shelf side.
Yeah,
there's the big set play.
Well, TYLOO on their way. Dobu wants to challenge. He can only get himself one, and that leaves it on to now Cabal and Accuracy, who are all over the place. They just wanted to make some moves happen. Maybe there was a miscomm in there. I don't know, but they were being very, very active on that attempt at a hold. 2-on-2 now, though, for the retake. Good couple of quick kills come in from MIQ and Zester, and they do have a smoke here. Especially if MIQ can get that win onto Mercury. He's only got 4 bullets left, but he's going to have to take this swing, and he gets it done. Oh, of course he does. 17-9. This has been a stellar series from MIQ, and he is going to put ATOX onto double digits. TYLOO, again, don't really have a lot of money, but they get the bomb plant down, so the fact that they've taken it down to just 2 guns for ATOX, I mean, I think they just keep on buying here, really.
I think it's Hero, AK, and Deegs, maybe. Like, Attacker got 3 kills with the MAC-10, that's why he's so rich.
I like Hero AK.
Wait, we are buying? Okay, interesting. I mean, Mosey can get AK armor as well. They agree with you, Jordan.
Maybe that's not a good thing. Mosey's going to go for the Deagle, for the Galil.
Yeah. They want the util. To be able to contest a round like this. It's going to be a mid-contest. There's the counter flash coming out from Zesta. Perfect spray from Dobu. But Attacker going to peg one back. Keep things interesting here. A lot of activity on shelf and cheater and mid from TYLOO. ATOX want to try to retake that space if possible. You can see both MIQ and Dobu are trying to be active in the middle of the map. They're just going to drop off MIQ on that donut info line for now. As TYLOO recollect themselves towards B.
Is Cabal really 2-12?
Yeah, he's been in the backpack this game.
You know, 10-4, that's something.
That is how good MIQ is playing today.
Yeah.
Legit. Like, every round that gets close, he's just
bailing them out.
Yeah.
Yep. Which is why I'd kind of like to see MIQ over towards B right now. Of course, he's not there. So TYLOO may still be able to find a way back into this round. 4-on-4. Accuracy gets a bit of early info. Cabal, though, of course, nothing able to be done for him, and low HP here. But Dobu could get 2. Molly in onto G. That'll tickle him up. Actually denies the bomb plan.
Ooh, blowing open the smoke. Molly
Another Molly.
Again, flash that pillar play out. They still haven't
Didn't go
planted
deep
yet.
It didn't go deep enough, I don't think. I think it fell short. So they don't actually deny the bomb plan here. And MIQ, well, this is a bit too much to do now. If he could save that M4, it'll be best case scenario. But G will cut him off.
Yeah. Legitimately, like, Accuracy and Cabal are crumbling this game. If you could just go to the opposite side to MIQ, you actually have a crack here as TYLOO. I'm usually not one to, like, advocate for the run at the bad player, like, approach. Or the player that's performing poorly in a match, but this might be the match to do it. I'm not going to lie.
Alrighty, ladies and gents, welcome back. Apologies for the little issue there, but we still have a game on our hands. It may not be a very long one, 12-7. ATOX did just win that last round. And here we go into what may be the final round of the map. Let's see.
Yeah. Deep smoke for ATOX. In towards middle and bottom of B ramp, trying to contest the map. Disrupt TYLOO. Jamia does not care. Sending it out, but caught by the counter flash.
Oh, this is bold from accuracy. He's not going to be able to get too much done there, but Cabal at least able to trade. Nade will chase him into cave, but he gets away scot-free in the end. So mid-control established for ATOX. They've also got a numbers advantage. Not to mention the fact that Zest is now pushing out at A main. They are really getting a lot of info in this round.
TYLOO just want to break the B rolled before the rotations end up getting ahead of them. But the counter smoke is beautiful from ATOX. They're going to have to try to bust through that.
Oh, that's very nice from Attacker. Where's he pulled that from?
He's actually cooking this game, I'm not going to lie. ATOX now trying to activate the double flank.
Oh, Zesta, that's clean. Onto G, and now it's once again Attacker, whom we will turn our eyes toward. He has the Mac 10, both these ATOX players with the head armor. It's a tough clutch for him. He's going to have to try to isolate the duels, and he did, but he wasn't able to win it, and that will be that. 13 on the board for ATOX. He's going to put them through in the upper bracket, and they will be awaiting the winner of the game between the Huns and Lin Vision, which has also gone to map 3.